Hello, my friend. Here's Dr. Hafiz, QMU 39 News. Good evening to all of you. Today, the latest and the best informative statements given by our Supreme Intelligent Creator Allah. In the Quran, these Quranic doctrines, ideas were revealed to Prophet Muhammad Islam around 1444 years before. But this Quran has been unchanged till today. What's the mystery? We intellectuals are to research. We have to think that why this holy book has been unchanged for the last 1,000, around 500 years. Something, there's very important point is there. What's that? Because the Quran is the last and latest religious guidebook. It's religious in a sense that it's connecting our Creator. That's why this holy book, we say, this religious guidebook. But this religious book, it was revealed 1440 years before. That time the whole world, the Persian Empire and the Roman Empire, these two empires were superpowers. When in between these two superpowers, Prophet Muhammad Islam was born in Mecca, and at the age of 40, he came to know that he was chosen by humans' Creator Allah as a prophet, as a messenger. He received this Quran. But it's very important that this Quran has been unchanged for this 1,000 and around 500 years. It has been unchanged. And Quran itself is challenging humans that produce a single chapter of this holy book. And we know hundreds of scholars, scientists are researching Quran, and every day the scientists of leading universities, research and technology, engineering institutes, they are embracing Islam at last, because the truth, it's revealed. It enlightened that ancient time at the beginning of the medieval period in the 7th century. It enlightened humans about the today's departments, modern departments. As we know that Harvard, Oxford, like thousands of universities today of more than 200 countries, these universities, whatever the teaching is going on in these universities, that's reference are mentioned in the Quran. So let's see, today the Surah the dawn, Surah Al-Fajr. It's 89 Surah, and it highlights especially history. The greatest nation or tribe-based empire developed before Prophet Muhammad Islam, the historical or prehistoric nations' developments and declines. So this historic, very precisely and concisely highlighted in this Surah Al Fajr. And by this, I mean, civilized nations, we may guess the after Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu all the civilization, even before, but in the time of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu I mean, Roman or Iranian or Persian Empire development and declines. And for the last 1,444 years, there are many nations developed and declined. And today, our superpowers, America, Russia, and China is going to become, even India may take place very soon to be superpower. All these, among all these superpower and going to be superpowers, Quran, what's the significance of Quran? Even today's superpowers, as it indicated all those superpowers of thousand years before. Even in the time of Prophet Muhammad, the Roman Empire and the Iranian Empire both had started declining, and Islamic Empire took place in the whole world. And thousands of years, the whole humanity had been enlightened by the doctrine of Quran. Thousands of years. And still now, OIC 57 Muslim nations had been enlightened, had been, today, these all 57 Muslim nations have been, and somehow and some way, guided by the Quranic doctrines. As Quran didn't oppose the true democratic ideas, parliamentary concept. As we know very well, Surah Shura, it indicates the parliamentary system, modern parliamentary system. In the field of political, departments, political science, we understand very well that what's parliamentary system. Even it also, guide kingship system. Quran is only wants that good activities, beneficial activities for, for the subjects, for the, peoples. That's a main motto of Quran. And Quran wanted to make humans intelligent, highly educated. Either he or she is Muslim or non-Muslim. Quran is neutral. It's like a sun. It's like water. Everyone, get, benefit from the water, drinking water from the soil. It's like sun, it's like water, it's like oxygen. Every human needs that. So, this small chapter, Surah Al-Fajr, it especially highlights about the history as well as many other scientific departments also highlights. And so let's see what our Supreme Creator, He guides or enlightens today's 21st century's humans through this small chapter. Here, Allah guided Prophet Muhammad and the followers of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and for the last 1,000, around 500 years, all those Muslim followers, as well as many non-Muslim intellectuals, they had been enlightened by the doctrines of Quran. And today, 21st century's nations, humans, students, scholars, professors, politicians, business persons, even technocrats, engineers, everyone can be enlightened by the Quran, spiritually as well as intellectually, materialistically. The Quran is an exclusive, extraordinary guidebook which can enlighten everyone, male and female both. So this small Al-Fajr, it highlights by the dawn, by the 10 nights, by the even and the odd. Here some mathematical ideas are given. 10 nights. By the passing night is there not in the strong evidence for a man of sense. Every night dawns. It's passing and day appears, and again night comes, again day appears. So in this procession, in this, system, There's many, Allah says that man should apply the sense. I mean, intellectuality must be applied. This Allah saying to humans, to male and females of the world, of the whole world, that you have to apply sense. Have you not heard of how your Lord, now this historic sentence is coming, and here from 6 number sentence up to 11, 12 sentences, he guided us even up to 15, that how your Lord, matlab Allah, dealt with the tribe of Ad, who probably lived in the Yemen, Oman side, the people of Iran. This one of the greatest civilization that time, I mean, around 4,000 to 5,000 years before. The city of many pillars, the like of which has never been created in the land. Even the greatest empire had been developed before Prophet Muhammad, before the Greek civilization, before the Roman civilization, before the Persian Empire, especially in Iraq, we know very well. In Egypt, more than 4,000 to 5,000 years, they developed their cities. They created the civilization. So that's indicated here, that created in the land which has never been created. With the Samud, I mean, this is in Saudi Arabia at present. This civilization grew, who cut out huge rocks in the valley. I mean, they used to build up their houses in the mountains. Big houses they developed, I mean, built out of the stony hills. Even frown of the sticks, I mean, especially in the time of Musa alayhi salam, this Egyptian Pharaoh, he was one of the, even he himself claimed that he is a god of the earth, god of the world. So, but how Allah punished all these civilized peoples when they did start doing wrongs, as Quran said. All of them committed excesses. I mean, they crossed the limit, what Allah doesn't like. And today also, Allah would not like all those persons' activities, all those nations' activities, all those great cities, I mean, violations. If they do wrong, Allah would not like. Allah will send different kind of natural calamities, disaster, as we know very well today's world has been facing. Hundreds of cities have been facing, even Beijing, like a big city, they are also facing the flood. Our Indian cities, American cities, all those cities have been facing great floods. So today also Allah is watching. That also mentioned in the Quran, that so your Lord unleashed on them the scourge of punishment, because Allah is telling again, for indeed your sustainer, Allah is our sustainer. He is to give our food, even on the watch. On the watch. Today's humans also are under watchfulness of 2 angels, especially everyone having 2 angels who are recording from the unseen points. They are recording our activities, our talks and our activities. If we talk wrong, if we do something wrong activities, it's recorded. And that sentence is here given. So these sentences, these historic sentences are still now relevant for our nations, cities, developments, and many cities also already have started declining. Today, if we study our modern cities, because many wrongs, evils, I mean falsehood now existing, corruptions, which is mentioned in the Quran. That's why this surah is very important, Surah Al-Fajr. I mean, we humans must be alert, must be warned by these sentences today, still now, even the time coming tomorrow. That's why even Allah said here 15 number sentence, that humans, when they are being tested, when the Lord tests humans through honor and blessing. I mean, when we are given too much blessings, money, wealth, sustenance, agricultural production, industrial production, we are given every kind of facility. But if Allah's, test humans some straightening, matlab reducing the facilities, then human started blaming Lord, that Lord has disgraced me. This is the sentence also mentioned. And this sentence, it was not applied only in the time of Prophet Muhammad, but it is to be applied today and tomorrow. That's why Quran is unchanged. Quran is the guidebook for all the times, for all the futures. It is guiding, it is enlightening, and it is to be enlightening till the day of Qiyamah. That's why the Quran is very important for us. Even this Quran is saying that humans, Allah reduced the facilities. Why? Allah sends natural calamities like drought, like global warming, like today heavy rains, like agricultural production reduction. Why? Because humans of the cities, they start exploiting, intellectuals start exploiting, politicians start exploiting, business person, they become greedy. As 18 number sentence mentioned here, 17 numbers start, no human indeed, but you show no kindness to the orphan. I mean, who haven't father, mother, they are not given importance. Orphan is not given importance by humans. And today we know very well that how the orphan being sent to orphanage. They are not taken care by their, closest relatives at their home. Nor do you urge one another to feed the poor. We are today not encouraging to feed the poor, as we know very well that how African nations, Central and Southern and Northern African nation, even many Asian countries, South American countries, they belong to poverty. They are facing problems. But our rich countries, our rich cities, our rich classes, high middle classes are not giving food to the poor. That's why, Quran's ayat is still now relevant. What saying? You greedily deferred the inheritance of the weak. Matlab, a person becomes greedy and he doesn't want to, but she doesn't want to give the property to the closest one if he or she is weak. That's also mentioned here. And it's also today relevant. Even you have a love of wealth. Sentence number 20 of the Quran, Al-Fajr, is saying that you have a love of wealth. And today we know our every cities, our Mumbai, our Delhi, our Kolkata, New York, Paris, London, Moscow, Beijing, Shanghai, all these important cities today, business persons are becoming day by day greedy. Much profit is, they are having a plan that much profit, how it can be, we can have much profit. They are not thinking for the poor, for the low middle class peoples. Today, billions of people are today poor still now. After establishment of UNO, international body, which is possibly to take care of those poor peoples after the Second World War. But after all, UNO still now failed to provide the proper nutritious food to our billions of poor peoples of Asia, of Africa, of South America, even many European countries even. That's why this surah is very important. We have to take very seriously. Even Quran highlights some futurology when the earth is crushed and ground to dust. I mean, the whole earth will be destroyed. Will be destroyed. And will be grounded to the dust. It will convert it into dust. When your Lord comes with the angels. Even another future, sentence here highlights that Allah will be appeared with the angels. Allah will be seen. Allah will show His face. And the angels will be coming rank upon rank. And hell is to be appeared before wrongdoers. Man will be mindful. Man will think, why didn't we do the right thing in the world life? So that God reminds us, although good souls, it is also mentioned in the 27 and 28, the righteous souls, good souls, they will be at peace. Their faces will be bright, and they will be given gift, the best and the greatest gift for the honest workers, for the true believers, true democratic personalities, for all those honest persons of Prophet Muhammad time, after Prophet Muhammad till today and tomorrow's, and before Prophet Muhammad, all those prophets and messengers and their true followers, their faces will be bright. This is the promise given by Allah in this small surah. Prophet Adam till Prophet Muhammad, and till today and till tomorrow's. All those who will be doing honest work, right work, the good works, beneficial work for the whole humans. There will be no negative thought. Those persons will have the bright faces, and they will see our Creator, and they will be satisfied, and they will be given the heaven. So that's important sentences. The sentences of peacefulness, progress, beneficial sentence, hopefulness, optimistic sentences are given by Quran. So let's understand our Quran, one of the unchanged, unchallenged, holy guidebook given by our Creator to our one of the most informed, most important, most beneficial personality, Prophet Muhammad in the 7th century. But today, still now, this is important for we intellectuals, even general peoples of all the nations, can be enlightened by the doctrines, by the ideas of the Quran. Quran wants 99.99% peace, progress for whole humanity. Especially Quran wants to uplift the poor. That's Quran's major objective. The poor, uneducated, illiterate ones, they must be educated, they must be enlightened, they must try to become rich, and with the belief of Supreme Creator. So let's follow this Quran. Today, let's see some newspapers. We know that this Sipla company pharmacy, it is published in Column. It's one of the leading Bengali paper for Muslims, especially Muslims information are generally published in this newspaper. So here, Sipla company is going to be now, some share, 30%, 1/3 even share is going to be taken by Blackstone, one of the leading company of America. So it's not good news, but good news, according to me, because now international company having share with the Sipla. It's our very old company. Even Padma Shri award is also to given Yusuf, by our president, ex-president Dr. Abdul Kalam. He gave Yusuf Hamid, who is the CEO of Sipla Pharmacy Company. It's Muslims company from before the freedom, before the Independence Day. But this company is now selling, giving share to Blackstone, a company of America. Now, more it will be international. And I think it's not bad news for Indian, but it's a good news, because now this CIPLA will, CIPLA and Blackstone both together can face the challenges of other leading pharmacy companies, and I hope the profits will be much more increasing, because Blackstone is also very standard and quality company. No doubt they will more add quality, and especially this company is helping the poor at the cheap rate and the very good medicine. CIPLA's products, especially keeping in mind of poor peoples of the world. That's a specialty. Whereas other pharmacy companies, they don't, produce a cheap medicine, cheap and quality. So CIPLA's has the specialty. I hope even with the share money given to Blackstone, they will maintain this quality pharmaceutical products for the poor of Africa, Asia, South America, and other countries of the other continents. So that should be, hope, expectation, and I hope that CIPLA will be much more accountable for billions of poor, as well as they will start earning also money from the rich, so that the quality products can be costly, can be expensive, but they should maintain, CIPLA should maintain for the poor as well. So, this is also, it's a good information, as it's highlighting. This Anand Bazar is also highlighting that our female students, girls students, they are, they are doing excellence now in the field of education. So this is very important. As far as excellence concerned, this girl, Anand Bazar Patrika, is highlighting that Mr. Shashi Tharoor is one of the famous international, orator, even MP, Indian National Congress. He highlights that girls are coming forward, and it's a good sign. Our Muslim girls also must come forward, and especially they will start learning English. So English should be given importance. That's we intellectuals and our rich Muslims especially must have this moral duty to open many more schools for the Muslim girls as well as Muslim poor boys, so that we can make our Muslim societies much more advanced and educated for the future, share, so that we can have a good share in every field, especially business and technology and politics and cultures. Every field of human lives we must have share. So we have to give much importance of our Muslim girls students, even Adivasi poors also. So now, many more other informations. This even Indian Express, it is Kerala Assembly published. They have to fight against UCC. They passed the bill that we should not accept uniform civil code. That's a good news for Muslims as well as other specific groups who are getting facilities. Their facilities may be stopped if UCC is introduced. That's why Muslim should not accept, because Muslim Personal Law of Muslim Personal Law Board, that their role would be reduced, and our whatever laws we follow from the Quran, that also we can't do if UCC passed. And many more laws would be passed against the Quran, and that we can't bear. So we must be aware, our Muslims, 250 million, 300 million Indian Muslims must be aware that, what's our present central government, Modi, or state BJP government, whatever they are doing keeping in mind of their Hindutva philosophy, that we can't allow in this federalism structure of Indian polity. India is a, federal, federal policy must be here applied and must be accepted by all those leading intellectuals of India. Otherwise, danger may be faced. Danger may come, because we intellectuals, we can't, leave our Islam, we can't leave our Quran's ideas, because as I am discussing under this channel that how Quran is enlightening every humans, not Muslims only, because it was revealed to non-Muslim society of Makkah. Medina. It's the Quran which first helped human to establish a true democratic society in Medina, where Jews, Christian, even many other communities, groups, and Muslim had been living together. Even 700 years, India had been ruled by Muslims. We lived together. That's why we have to understand Quran, and our non-Muslim brothers and sisters also are requested to comprehend the truth which was sent by our Creator, not Creator of Muslims, but Creator of humans, Creator of Hindus, Creator of Buddhists, Creator of Jains, Creator of Parsis, Creator of atheists, Creator of Christians, Jews, every religious sect, people's ideological thoughts, followers. This Quran is for everyone. We shouldn't forget. Even we can understand that this Manipur, Haryana violence is still now existing, and our PM is still now, is not taking that much action. Ultimately, Supreme Court taking action. So here we can say that business persons, Haryana, this Bajrang Dal and others, they are not allowing the Muslim business person. This published in Times of India, and here it's because Haryana, this BJP ruling state, and their panchayats are not giving permission Muslim traders entry. They are barring. 3 Haryana districts issue letters. Letters are again issued, and that letters, not allowing Muslim business person to entry in those 3 districts. Haryana district, which is ruled by BJP, and nearby Delhi, central government also under BJP. And all these BJP states or central, these MPs are silent. Here we can see that this Times of India, also data center boom in India as digital demand soars. So now we have to understand this digitalization, information, age of information, as well as this our leading women. They are, 3D animation and other technology world. They are doing excellence. So our Muslim ladies must come forward to make Muslim girls much more advanced. That's the demand of our time. And we have to think very seriously. That's a need of team. Even onions price is going to be soaring up very soon from 30 to 70. So this is another bad news for poor peoples. Already poor people facing the high price of ginger, high price of tomato, and high price of other agricultural products, as well as daily needy things. And this onion now again is, the price of onion is to be soared. And governments fail to control this high price. And millions and millions poor of all these states of India, they have been facing problem because they are earning even many millions of poor. They have the earning less than 1 billion, 100 rupees. $1. That's a very, very bad news. Immediate 2024, all these 26 opposition political parties who will be winning MP election in 2024, they must have a good strategy for 2024, so that next parliament will be in the hand of opposition political parties. INDIA must be united and must have good strategy, especially how to uplift the poor, uplift the low middle class. We must think, as well as we must give the facilities to the rich people, so that our rich business persons can be able to challenge the international business persons of G7 countries. That's the teaching indirectly, directly giving by the Quran. Because Quran also wants to help the rich people to become more and more rich. Only Quran is telling the rich should pay zakat, should start donating to the poor areas, slum areas. That's the Quran's doctrine. Otherwise, a rich person like Elon Musk, or Ambani ji, ki Adani ji, or other leading business person, Ford companies, Microsoft, ki Google's, ki Facebook, all these leading persons, Alibaba, all these leading business persons, they can earn millions and billions and trillions and jillions of dollars, no matter. Quran is giving permission to all those rich persons. Only Quran is suggesting that the rich person must pay zakat to the poor, to the needy persons. That's the doctrine. If it's not followed, Allah is watching over all these rich persons' activities, rich persons' evil minds. If they want to exploit the poor nations' natural resources, they willingly, if they want to make poor, then Allah will punish. So that's all for today. Let's see. We have to, understand the Quran, the latest news given by Allah, our Creator, in 7th century, but its relevance today, 21st century, and the future centuries. As well as all these newspapers, informations, also important, especially for Muslims, Adivashis, and Dalits, low middle class. All these classes, who are deprived, who are not getting to right facilities, they must understand English newspapers, Hindi newspapers, Bangla newspapers, local, national, international newspapers, information. That's the demand of our time. That's all. Thank you.